So my name is Lynn Friest, left corporate about 7 years ago after a 40-year career in corporate, and now I've been living my dream life as an entrepreneur, and I've been building my business. I've actually made a pivot from being a manufacturing consultant to where now I want to help other people start and develop their encore careers. One of the reasons was as I retired, and I had peers of mine retiring, often I would hear them say, gee, I'd really like to kind of keep using my expertise in some way, but I don't know how. I think it's too difficult. I'm not sure, it could work. Well, that's the thing where I want to help them get past it. And I want to be the one that can help them work when they want, work where they want, and do the work they love. I'll say that there's a kind of a 4-step that I take people through. The first step is we'll talk about your mindset. Mindset is literally probably the thing that's gotten my way the most. And as I talk to other people, that's what's between our ears is usually holding us back more than anything else in the world. But then we'll talk about the fact that, you're leaving corporate life. You had a structure, you had routines, you had habits, you had a day that you kind of knew what was going to happen in. Here, all of a sudden, as you walk out the door of corporate, you have the freedom to do anything you want. And you have the curse of, what do I do today? So now think about how do you want to design your ideal day? What are the things you want to do? And then that's the next piece we'll work on is what's your value proposition? What are the things you want to do? How do we help you sell that value to other people? And because again, they don't care that you were vice president of something or other. It doesn't matter. They want to know, can you solve their problem? So we want to help you clarify what your value is to those other people. Then the next thing we'll probably work on is skill sets. So you have you have to have two mindsets as an encore career. You have to hold on to the skills and knowledge that you have. They're still there, they're still very relevant, but then two, they're going to be new skills you need. So I would say even if you're in corporate marketing, you don't know how to market yourself. So we'll work on what are those skills you need and how soon do you need to develop them. And then the final piece that we'll work on together is the practice plan. Literally, I talked about that before, but it's creating those new practices, those new routines, as well as what they call deliberate practice, where you intentionally say, hey, maybe you want to learn to use TikTok. Who knows? But if you want to, you can do deliberate practice to help you make that happen. Mindset, value proposition, skill set, and practice, that can get you off to a great start in an encore career. Now, this won't come overnight. It won't come easy. We can help you sort of see the roadmap in a relatively short period of time, but then be patient because it will take you maybe 8 to 12 months or 8 to 18 months to really create a new business. That's what it takes for a new business. As an entrepreneur with some experiences like you have, your success rate is much higher. The entrepreneurs that start businesses over the age of 55, their success is much higher than the people who start with really no experiences in their 20s. They may be very smart in technology, but often they don't have those life experiences that can help you be successful. The other thing I'd like to address is what are some of the things you're worried about? The retirement you face is going to be different than what your grandparents faced or even your parents faced. You're likely to have 20 to 30 years of healthy life ahead of you. It could be that you really don't want to spend 20 years as the local pickleball champion. You may want to have some more impact than that. And it could be with a nonprofit, but it could also be in the business world. So, that's simply one of the fears. The other fear that people have is nobody knows who I am. And that's entirely true. But on the other hand, we can give you the skills so people will get to know who you are. Again, you'll have to do some outreach. You'll learn something new because in the past, people came to you because you had this title and this position in your company. Now you have to reach out to them. The other thing is, well, is anything I do relevant? Well, again, you do have to work on being relevant. So there are some skills, quite frankly, you're going to have to learn. The other thing is that you've simply got a life experience. So for example, in my case, I went through the 1980s recession. It was a tough time. We recovered from that. I went through the 2000 .com bust. Again, tough times. We recovered from that. Went through the 2008 financial crisis. So I think especially as you can offer companies with new talent saying, okay, today's recession is nothing new. It's part of the business cycle. It's not a catastrophe, or in most cases it's not, but here's some things I've learned about how to recover from a recession, and I can share those with you. In today's world, we're all trying to attract new talent, and this new talent is coming from different backgrounds, different sources, and quite frankly, they need some help developing themselves as they join the workforce and become more senior leaders. And I think this is an opportunity where my cohort, people in Encore Careers, could serve as a valuable resource. People that are running the companies today are extremely busy. They really can't set aside the time to truly develop the new talent. People in the Encore Career could be an excellent resource to help people develop that new talent. We could come in 3 times a week and work with 10 people, teaching them leadership skills, or even teaching them sort of logistics. Here are the issues that we've faced in logistics over the years, just to give you a flavor of what you might be facing in the future. So this is the kind of thing where I think it might be interesting and useful for companies to hire people in Encore Career to serve as coaches and mentors and things like that.